Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincln. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincln, and online at merealty.com.
Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM. You can listen to us on the go. Download that Mixlr app. Tune your dial in your vehicle to 96.3 FM or tune in to YouTube and watch us live. We are at the high school here, Lincln Community High School, Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Coach Neil Alexander Court as the freshmen are on the court warming up. They have a game here in about 27 minutes, and still waiting on my counterparts to show up. You know, they're very reliable, so we'll just we'll struggle through this for a little bit. But the Railers with a big win last night over Mattoon, and oh, looky here, Jimmy's going to step in. Jim, he's full of sports
I don't know what's going on.
Well,
I didn't bring my makeup, nothing.
Well, you still look good, you know. Jim Ash joined us right now because Joe Ryan, who knows where he's at. But, Jim, you watch a lot of the games on YouTube?
I did. I watched most of the games. Last night I watched it. I still say that Keon Carson's shot went in.
You say it's good, huh?
I thought it looked like it was good.
We'll tell the stat guy to give him 3 points in that scorebook. But, Jay and Josh brought all the action to you last night. Unfortunately, I had to work, but did have the opportunity to watch it at work as soon as I got all my stuff done. But, yeah, the Railers with the big win last night over Mattoon, you know, an old Apollo Conference matchup there, but obviously we're in the Central State 8 now, and then we're going to follow it up tonight at Taylorville.
And, a lot of attention's on the Lady Railers, and rightfully so. They're having a great season, but these boys, they're first place in the Central State A Conference, right up there anyway.
They're a game behind MacArthur.
Okay, and they play MacArthur.
They play MacArthur.
They have a chance to win that conference.
Yeah, have a chance to either win it or, at least take part of it. Yeah, the boys, their record 17-7, I do believe, and having a great year. But yeah, the girls team, man, they're fun to watch.
They are. Yeah,
I tune into YouTube all the time because I can't make a lot of their games, but did have the opportunity to call one with Jay. But they're fun. They work together great. You don't see that a lot, and they seem to know where everybody's at on the court, and it's like they have 6 or 7 girls out there, and
you're right.
The other teams don't even stand a chance.
The coach, but and the JV team. I mean, everybody thinks, well, after this year, that's going to be it. But the JV teams, they're really good.
Yeah. So
I'll let the coach.
Well, no, I know you want to talk to him. You have questions.
Joe Ryan's here, so I'm off.
Joe can sit over there. Thanks for helping me out, Jim. It's a tough gig going solo, Joe, and that's a tardy. That is 1 point.
Well, I was looking for Neil. Yeah, we were. Well, we helped those people in the parking lot, and then put that fire out, and then got here in time.
Well, thanks for showing up.
Yeah, thanks for the help, Neil.
Yep, we got it.
Joe Ryan.
Let's continue on with the show,
Coach. Well, Jim sat in with me, and that's the most intelligent sports talk we had since we've been on air.
Now that hurts because you talk to him after every basketball game.
I know it, but he's sitting there talking. He just ripped himself.
Hey. I'm not denying that
Cuts
at
like
all.
A knife,
not denying that at all. But Coach, big win last night for the Railers as Mattoon Green Wave were in town. You guys got off to a pretty hot start in the first half. I got to watch a little bit of the first half, second quarter, and then pretty much all the second half. But the kids came out ready to play.
Yeah, we came out, and one of the things that we're really trying to get them to do is focus hard on the defensive end and be able to get some pressure on and be able to rotate and get our rotations down. So I thought we'd done that. We created some offense out of our defense, and that makes the offensive end a lot easier.
Well, Jim said the half-court three-pointer or three-quarter three-pointer from Keon was good.
Well, we don't get that call. I think back in '97 we lost a sectional championship where we made one and we ended up going overtime and lost it, but they didn't count it.
You know what hurts you? It's the red on the backboard.
Well, that should help.
Because,
supposed to help.
It's supposed to, but, I think if you don't have that, they may call that.
Yeah.
Because the ref was behind the play, and he saw it go up and then saw the red, and he waved it off immediately. It was a close one. It was close.
The problem was he was ahead of the ball.
Oh, okay.
And he couldn't, if you're ahead of the ball, you're looking here, and there's
one on that end, too, I guess.
Okay, how are you going to tell if it goes in?
I don't know.
Hey, listen to him trying to help.
I'm trying to get Keon his 3 points.
He's confusing. Do you know that I was doing other things last night, and this and that, and I thought,
I'm
going to check on the game, and I pulled it up just in time. I only saw 10 seconds, and Keon hit that shot. I was like, well, that's some funny stuff that I didn't see any more of the game.
Yeah.
They didn't count.
I mean,
tuned in for 10
hit
seconds.
A dead center.
Yeah.
Off the board, he called it, right? Did he call that?
I heard him.
Yeah.
But the official didn't.
Yeah, well. Nonetheless, Railers come away with a big victory. I don't. Who stood out last night? I mean,
well, I thought it was a great team effort. We had good penetration. We had a lot to work on. They gave us a 1-3-1, which is really hard to prepare for when your kids don't really understand how a 1-3-1 works. But we had some good rotations on that. We got the ball inside out with our kids stepping in, and I thought that we attacked the 1-3-1 really really well.
Well, they have a little experience with that, or did Mattoon just change that up this year? Or is that something they run?
That's something that they do now. They've got a new coach, and their main defense is man. He's from Indiana, so he's a Bobby Knight guy, and really believes in man-to-man. But I mean, we really ran our man-to-man offense really well and got them to go try something different, and we had a lot of success last night with a lot of things.
What's their purpose in the 1-3-1? As far as
it's a trapping. It's more
against
trying to, they're trying to, trap the ball, check our ball handling, see if we can handle the ball, pass the ball. But, if you get Keon dribble penetrating and being able to kick out to our wide open guys and hit shots, it really makes it tough to run a zone.
And that comes into play when you schedule those 4A schools, those bigger, stronger schools that pressure you more. That's what really prepares these guys for that type of game, because obviously Mattoon, they're not a Rock Island, they're not a Quincy, they're not a Collinsville.
No, but they're a team that gives us trouble because they're really patient, and they'll take their time. We got another one today, that'll take their time. They'll like to run the clock and make us play defense. So we really got to get out, and we did that last night. I thought we got out and pressured them, and I think they had 25 turnovers. So that there tells you that we got 25 shots there.
Yeah. Wow. Well, back-to-back games. It's been another busy week. Last night's a good game for the kids because they didn't. I don't want to say they didn't work themselves. So
well, they better.
Well,
what are you doing? You want to?
They might be a little more fresh tonight.
They didn't overwork themselves
or overexert themselves.
Good for you.
I mean, you're up 20 points. You can kind of relax. You got some subs in at the end of the game last night. Where the past couple weeks, Friday night, we got Lanphier and then a tough game Saturday, and then U-High was a tough game, and then that game in Rock Island Saturday. Where last night you got a little bit of your subs in, and hopefully they'll have a little fresher legs tonight.
Well, we'll see, but we those guys work hard. They need to be on the court. The success that we have is all about the whole team, because somebody has to accept roles and do that, and our kids have, and we really appreciate those kids.
Number 950 for you last night, Coach?
I don't know.
950.
I guess. That's
all.
I'm really getting old.
Just going to say, how old do you have to be to have 950 wins?
That's pretty old.
You got another 10 years in you. We'll get up to about 1,200 mark here before too long. But, Joe, go ahead.
I did have
I'm going to throw you under the bus here.
I did have something earlier, and then I'm going to come back to this because we brought up Bobby Knight. I had this trivia question. I was wondering if you could answer it. We all know the famous chair throwing incident with Bobby Knight. Do you know who was at the free throw line when he threw the chair?
I think it was Reed.
Yeah. I didn't know that for a long time, that it was his
Duncan
kid.
Reed's son.
Yeah, Duncan Reed's son at the free throw line. So when you go back and look at it, Duncan and him were friends. So he made sure he didn't hit the kid. If you look at him, he was very strategic in that he threw it so it would go up in the lane and not hit the kid at the free throw line.
Well, if you ask Bobby Knight, he said there was an old lady in the stands that was heckling him all night that needed a chair, so he was just throwing it over to her,
getting her something to sit on.
Yeah, and Bobby Knight has a book coming out in May, so that'd be interesting to read. You'll be getting that. That was our birthday present.
There's a gift.
That was his birthday present, the Bobby Knight book. I don't know.
Amazon.
Do I have to come read it to you, or
you might? But I'd like to get it first. I'm sure you're telling me that, and 10 years down the road, I'll be waiting for my book.
You never got that book?
How about it? What if you drove and Scotty just sit in the back seat when you drove somewhere and he just read it? There, you're like the ones that you can.
That'll work.
Yeah, that's a good idea, and that'd be a great gift.
I'm not much of a reader. It put me to sleep. When I read, I fall asleep.
Picture book guy.
Yeah. The freshmen out here today, Coach, how are these guys looking this year? I know
they're getting better. It's a learning process, and today's a little bit different. It's a 9:30 start instead of 10, what we normally do on Saturdays. But they've got to wake up and see if they can play.
Well, it's a pretty big transition from junior high to freshman, and then you got J-Mac at the helm.
That's a shock.
I'm sure he'll get them woke up.
He'll wake them up. He'll wake everybody up in here.
It's a problem. You think he showered today or this week?
I don't know.
Not sure.
Well, J-Mac made his debut on air over in Jacksonville Tuesday. Did a great job. It wasn't the J-Mac I was expecting. He was a little low key, and I was
reserved.
I was wanting J-Mac. All this loud and
Well, I think you can get that out of him. Just push on him.
Just put it. I know how to keep him quiet now. You put a headset on him, and
that's surprising.
Yeah, but no, he did a great job, and now we have a backup to if we ever need him, and he's very knowledgeable of the game. He was calling plays, telling things that was going on that me personally I don't know because
that's a big deal to know.
Yeah. I don't know why they had me call basketball games because these guys have forgotten more basketball than I know.
I feel like it was your good looks.
Well, yeah.
You used to be a hand model or something, didn't you?
A hand model?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So who do we have on tap tonight?
Played Taylorville this afternoon.
You're not listening?
I got here late.
We were busy.
Yeah, we've been busy helping people.
Now let's talk about the start times. It's a real early start.
Well, it's a different start time. Usually when you play in the afternoon, it's 1 and 2:30, but I have no idea how they come up with 3 and 4:30.
Yeah.
I guess they're going to go.
Who's the athletic director?
Well, that come from them. That was their home game. We're playing at 6 o'clock next year here.
Well,
I think 6:30, 5 and 6:30.
A big slate of basketball on hand today. I know the junior highs, they're in their regionals right now. I'm going to travel over to Olympia and watch Bryson in the junior high, and then the girls play down in O'Fallon tonight. They're down. Where are they at?
They're at Champaign
Central.
Right by there.
Central.
And then they play down next week in O'Fallon.
Next weekend's the big weekend.
So girls rolling. They had another big victory the other night. And,
they are rolling.
Boy, Lincln Community High School athletics are doing really well.
The whole year ever.
The whole year. I mean, you look across the board. Obviously, football made the playoffs. Our volleyball team, the wrestling team, they're always solid. Basketball, girls, boys basketball.
Wrestlers going to be on at 9:30.
It's amazing. They're done with their year. They've got a week, and they're regionals next week.
Yeah.
And again, we're closing in on another season, and it's just unbelievable how fast things go by.
Yeah, I mean, we're end of January now, February. Heck, you've only got a few weeks left of regular games, and the girls are a week and a half away or so.
Next Friday, their pairings will be out for the state tournament.
Yeah, so we know where they're going to be.
They're going to be. Is it Iowa or somewhere up in there?
Iowa, Kentucky, somewhere
Galesburg,
out of state.
Yeah, Galesburg. A great year for Lincln Community High School, and that's got as an AD, that makes you feel pretty good. Well,
it's fun, but what's fun is watching the kids compete, and regardless of what type of year they have. I always enjoy watching our kids play and get better and advance and just improve their skills. And fortunately this year we're a step above everyone on what they're doing, and all of them. And it's just fun to watch kids grow.
And then, this is the first year back in the Central State 8, so there's some adjustments there. You've got kids out here that we've never seen those teams because, they grew up in the Apollo. And so just transitioning over from one conference to another and to be this successful, that says a lot for your kids and your coaching staff.
We talked a little bit about it last night in our locker room that in the Central State 8, most every team in that conference is a rival. Some are higher than others, but it's so close, and it just makes. And I think one that we just started playing is Normal U High. That'll turn into a big rivalry. And then you've got the one at the couple of them at the top, Southeast and Lanphier.
And Glenwood.
Glenwood. And I mean, it just goes down the list of the other 10 schools that we're in the Central State 8 with. There's a lot of rivalries there, which is a lot of fun.
And to finish up the Central State 8, we haven't seen Eisenhower yet. We haven't seen MacArthur.
Those are the only two we got left.
Only two?
We got to take care of business today, but next Friday is a super big game for us, because if we could win that, we'd set up basically a conference championship game the following week against MacArthur.
That's fun.
Now, is that MacArthur game? Is that home or what?
It's home.
It's home. So it'd be nice if we could fill the stands here, because potentially that could come down to a share of the Central State 8 or outright winner, depending on how MacArthur fares the rest of the season. And they're a good team, and so you got to think that it's going to come down to that game against MacArthur.
Yeah, you got to take them one at a time. That's why we try to teach them. You can't look ahead, because that'll usually get you in trouble. But we got to take care of Taylorville tonight, and then we'll start working on Eisenhower for next Friday. And then we got Lanphier Saturday. So,
Conference championship, that help your seeding?
Well, it does, because that means that in this case, all the Central State 8 schools are in our sectional, our subsectional. The only ones that's not is Decatur, MacArthur, and Eisenhower. We've beaten everyone in our subsectional. So if we could win a couple more, I think we've got a good chance at being a 1-2 seed in our subsectional.
Well, going back to being the athletic director, we're halfway through the school year and the sports year. Have you had fewer complaints on travel times?
I haven't had any. And it's really, you get on that bus, and I mean,
and you're there.
You're home. We're getting home at 9:30 compared to 11:30, 12. And that's the big deal.
Absolutely.
That's the biggest, is especially through the week, where kids have to get up and come back and the next day to school, it's fantastic. And really, you take a look at it, who sits right in the center of the conference?
This powerhouse.
We're right dead center. Our longest trip is to Jacksonville, but it's all interstate. It's a little over an hour. All the trips in the Apollo was at least an hour. Most of them hour 15 minutes to 2:15.
In 2 lanes.
In 2-lane highway.
And then you think about not only the trip home, but the trip there. The kids are on a bus for 2.5 hours, and then getting off that bus and getting ready to play. That's a tough task right there.
Sometimes you would spend more time on a bus than in the gym at the opponent.
Yeah. Well, that's never fun.
And we went up to Rock Island. Last weekend? It took us less time to get to Rock Island than to Effingham.
Yeah. Well, Effingham is on the other side of the world.
Well, it's 2-lane highway.
Yeah. This takes forever.
Yeah.
And no good way.
No good way.
But I'll tell you, and I've said it, and people's heard me say it. That's a good conference.
Certainly.
Oh, yeah,
if
absolutely.
it was pushed together, it's one that meets our needs and everything. And but the travel was just terrible.
Brutal,
so
Joe. You wouldn't know.
Brutal.
You wouldn't know, Joe.
So we're getting more fans to the games now. Travel.
That's another key thing there. Yeah.
And I know we know they'll travel well for the girls, even though we're sending them 400 miles away. But they'll travel well. Wow. Lincoln fans will travel well there.
Yeah, I think Wednesday she has to have her information in, and it'll be interesting.
Well, I think all the information's out there.
Well, I know where we're at.
Yeah.
But it's trying to play the game of trying to figure out who's going to be seated where, because you've got Galesburg hosting, so it'll depend on where Galesburg goes to where we would end up going. If Galesburg's 3 or 4, we will go to Galesburg, in my opinion.
What's the other option?
Geneseo.
Oh, geez. Now, there's got to be something closer. What's another subsectional around?
Geneseo.
I don't know. I've just been focusing on ours. I think I don't know.
Well,
that's a haul.
Yeah, it is.
And when we talk about spring sports, I think we're definitely going to be good in track.
Track's going to be good.
Baseball should be strong. Softball be strong.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a good spring sports for Lincln High School also.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll be here. It's amazing that today's 27th. I believe it's February 26th. The spring season starts. So that's 4 weeks off.
Wow.
4 weeks.
4 weeks. I'm ready to see some spring, but I don't want basketball to be over because, it's a good time.
Well, Illinois basketball is going to carry on into April.
Well, we hope.
Let's hope so.
We hope.
They got everybody back together, and then they go over to Northwestern and lose one.
That was a good game. I don't know if you watched it or not.
Yep, I did.
Wow, that was a good game.
Yeah, I think Northwestern, they just couldn't miss.
And they've upset Purdue, right? Did they beat Purdue when they were number 1?
They beat Purdue. So Northwestern, they're get a couple more good wins. They'll be in that tournament. So that's good to see more Illinois teams.
Northwestern will be in the tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have those wins. You got to get in. Who do you think's the strongest team right now?
Looks like Wisconsin
with the in the Big Ten.
Wisconsin,
pretty good.
Wisconsin.
It'll be. I don't know. I haven't looked at either Purdue or Wisconsin's schedule to see if they play twice, but that'll be a good game. That'll be a really good game.
I don't even know who is number 1 in the country right now. I don't even know.
Purdue.
Is it Purdue?
Is Purdue back at 1?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's good to hear. Illinois, their future's looking pretty bright. We got a big recruit in Fears. That's a big signing right there. And hopefully he can bring his buddy over, the number 1 ranked player in the nation. I can't even pronounce his last name.
Give it a shot.
Neil, you know it?
I have no idea.
Ayabange or something. I don't know. That's the closest I can get.
They'll come up with a nickname.
Yeah.
That's the key, isn't it? A nickname.
A nickname.
DJ.
I think it's AJ something. But
we'll
anyway.
put that on Jeff to get us a nickname so we can say it correctly.
Well, Coach, I know you got to get things going around here. You got a big freshman game going on right now, and then an early bus ride over to Taylorville, take on the Tornadoes. Pretty familiar with that gym. Usually we have a lot of success over in Taylorville, and hopefully that continues today.
Well, we've had over the years there, last year we won the super sectional there for the girls. I think we won a regional, maybe in volleyball or something. But it's a pretty cool gym.
Who's the guy to focus on tonight? They usually have
they're
a pretty good
balanced.
shooter.
No, they're pretty balanced. They've got kids that'll do it. The football coach Jeb Odom's got a son that plays. It's probably the one. He's a 6'3" junior, so he plays inside, and we'll have to watch him.
And he's like Jeb. He wants to shoot, right?
Hey, they all want to shoot.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you over in Taylorville this afternoon.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we'll take a commercial break. We come back, we're going to have the Lincln Community High School wrestlers on. Their season's winding down, and we'll talk to Coach Dietrich. And
the 4 captains.
And the 4 captains. So we'll see how their season's been going and what we can expect here in the next week or two. So stay tuned. You're in the cheap seats on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Welcome back to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM. We are broadcasting live from Lincln Community High School. Got a freshman game going on now, but joining us now are the Lincln Community High School wrestlers. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
There you go.
Good morning, Coach Dietrich. Thanks for coming on this morning. Tell us a little about how the season's going. I know you guys are, only got a week or two left, and boy, it really flies by. Kind of update us from, day won to where we're at now?
Yeah, like you said, it's kind of crazy, but we are down to our last. Well, we just finished up our regular season the other night, so these guys had senior night. Wednesday night, I believe. Yeah. So this was Jake's last year. Jake Lawrence has wrestled since you were 4? I think 4 or 5. So he's literally been in the program for 12, 13 years, and
well, if you're Lawrence, you're going to wrestle.
Right. Yeah. So
you're going to learn to wrestle anyway.
But no, season-wise, it's been a good season. I think coming into this year with not having a lot of returning seniors, we didn't know where we were going to be. We knew we were going to be young, but we had the first bright thing that happened is, we started with 42 kids. I think it was the biggest number that I've ever had. I think we're at 35, 36 right now, so having big numbers always helps. And then primarily, because of that, we've had some guys kind of step up throughout the season when we've had injuries and when we've had other things go on, and we've had people step up, and I think we've kind of been a team that probably nobody was really looking at or worried about. But, and I don't mean this as a knock on our guys, but we've kind of had to we're kind of a try-hard team. We kind of have to outwork everybody because we don't have all that experience that some of these other schools have, but because of that, these guys have really stepped up. It's been a lot of opportunities for new guys. I think we have, providing if Jake would have stayed healthy, I think Jake's at 24, 25 wins right now, something like that. And he'll get to 30 this season. I think we're going to end up with 7 or 8 guys with 30 wins.
Wow.
And at the beginning of the season, I wouldn't have thought that we would have had that many. I think that might be the most.
That has to be the most ever, though.
Yeah. It's a lot. So I think we have 4 or 5 guys that are ranked right now, which that's the most I've ever had as a head coach. And we have, but honestly, we probably have 8 or 9 guys that are deserving of state-ranked looks. So it's been a fun group. These guys have done a good job. These are 3 of our captains. Dawson McConnell's not here, but
he didn't want to brave it, huh?
He was. I think he's got a face for radio.
Is he a senior?
He's a junior.
He's a junior. So we got 1 senior and 2 juniors there with us today.
Yeah.
And Dawson's having a heck of a year.
Yeah, he's had a great season.
So go ahead.
Well, as I say, when we go back, it's like the first holiday tournament I've missed. I wasn't there either day, and you guys were very successful, right?
Yeah,
Finished fifth.
What did we end up, guys? Do you remember the holiday tournament? I think we were 5th or 6th.
I think we were 5th.
We just missed a trophy.
Out of 32 teams.
Yeah, at 31 teams, and honestly, that was again another tournament that I thought we could do well in it, but I didn't have us pegged as a top 5, top 6 team in that one. But we just had guys wrestle really well at that time of the year, and so we just tried to build off of that for the second half of the season. We've talked about it this year that we really believe that we can win the regional next week. On paper, we're not the best team, but it doesn't bother me to say that because I believe that we can have the best day next Saturday and we can wrestle the best. And we had a good practice this morning. We just had our varsity guys practice this morning. The JV is up at Bloomington, and I really believe that these guys can win a regional next Saturday because. And the way we can do it is the way we've done it all season, which is have all 14 guys show up and be prepared to wrestle. And for some of those guys, it might be simply winning 1 match, or not getting pinned. Maybe you get put on your back, but you fight off your back and you don't give up those points. It's little stuff like that can win a regional. And I think it's going to be a tight regional. So I think it's between 3 teams.
Well, you have something that we all want to get to do, or all the teams want to do is get that glue of a coaching staff, and you've got the same coaching staff around now for a few years.
Yeah.
Let's throw their names out.
Yeah,
you
guys know Coach Jason Lawrence and Coach Sam McShane. The 3 of us, we've been coaching together for 11 years. And, to be honest with you, when I think of any of the other coaching staffs in the area, I don't know that I can think of one that's kept 3 guys together like that for this time. And the other guy we added this year, you probably remember Colton Davis, wrestled for us for a couple years, and he's a great guy. Works so hard in the mat room, literally one of the hardest workers we've ever had. And he ended up going into the Navy, and then he ended up qualifying onto the Navy U.S. wrestling team. He wrestled, so he got to wrestle in the U.S. Worlds back in 2021, I think, maybe 22. But he wrestled in Vegas out there, and it was awesome.
That's pretty good experience.
So, yeah, and so you add him onto us, and it's been a fun coaching group, and these guys have responded well to that.
And you're probably looking for some of those younger kids to come up and help you, because if they're on the mat, that's something that not necessarily you have to do, where you want those young kids in there helping you and just making your team better.
Right, exactly.
We should get Lawrence out there, right?
Yeah, right. We're all getting a little bit slower. I tried showing a move with Court this morning, and he put head pressure on me. I was like, hey, you can't push on my
Stop.
My neck does not
Welcome to being old.
I'm turning 42 this year, so.
See, you're
still young.
50, the check engine light comes on, so you're all right.
Yeah, you got a good another 8 years in you.
Good.
But you say you've been doing it for 11 years, so obviously you started out in the Central State 8 and transferred over to the Apollo, now being in the Central State 8. How's that transition from one conference to another? How has that been?
It's been interesting. Both conferences are really good, and it's ironically both conferences at the top are like identical to each other. You've pretty much had, Chatham's always the team to beat in the CS8. Mahomet's always the team to beat in the Apollo. Every now and then you'll get like a Jacksonville or Rochester in there. They'll be up at the top. Mattoon will work their way in at the top at the Apollo, and then we're always right in there. And Mount Zion, Coach Clem with Mount Zion over there, they're always, and it's been, so the top of the competition has been really similar. Coming over into the CS8 with more teams, we've been able to wrestle some teams that are a lot more like us, and really this year we finished third in the CS8. We literally lost to Jacksonville because we lost the coin flip at the beginning of the duel. That's how it goes. We ended up losing the duel by 4 points, and in other words, they got a choice. They got the choice late in the duel to send out the guy they wanted where they wanted, and we didn't get that choice.
Who made the call?
Who made the call?
I think it was McConnell. These captains. I got on these guys.
It wasn't me. I was wrestling. It wasn't me. It was awesome.
So, but it is what it is. But either way, we finished 17-7 on the season, and and honestly, I was just telling a couple other guys, there were really only 2 duels that we weren't in, and that was with Normal Community. They're one of the best teams in the state right now, and Chatham. Chatham's really tough this year. I think they're ranked 4th or 5th.
Both pretty solid teams.
Yeah. But other than that, we've been in every single duel we've wrestled this year, and that's what you want. You just want to go out and compete every night, and we work hard in the mat room. We run a hard practice, and our goal is that your toughest matches are in the mat room, so that when you go out and compete, then that's when you get to go out and have fun, and be able to flip that switch like that.
And then being with such a young team, you're just building momentum for next year. Not taking away from this year, but you get those young kids with that experience that they didn't necessarily have, earlier. That's just going to make your program that much stronger next year.
Exactly.
And your numbers being so high, what did your numbers get down to, like right after COVID or whatever?
Ironically, during COVID, we were probably, it was kind of weird because we had guys doing multiple sports, and everybody was really lenient about hey, if you're going to baseball tonight, if you're going to football, it's fine. Don't worry. It's like we're just happy we're here.
We're happy to have you here.
Yes. And I think we probably had 15 on the roster that season. That was the lowest we'd ever had. But again, we had guys going both directions in several spots, but we've consistently been about 25.
A lot of kids out. That's great.
But this year, having the good numbers up, that's what we want. Is we want to kind of help build each other. We took, I think Sam's got 17 17, 18 guys wrestling in the JV tournament today. We had 15 in practice this morning. So, I mean, that's for us to be over 30 at the end of the season is awesome.
Well, when you get all those numbers, it's fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what it is fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Makes things a little more fun.
More options.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, let's take a commercial break. We come back, we'll talk to these young men behind us and see what they have to say on this early Saturday morning and see how talkative they are when we put a mic.
They might sing a song. You don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
You guys put something together?
Yeah. So let's take a commercial break. We come back. We'll have more here on the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
And we're back.
And we're back. Welcome back to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM, broadcasting live from Lincln Community High School as the freshman boys are playing right now against Central Catholic. I guess that's out of Bloomington, right, Joe? Bloomington.
Be my guess.
Catholic, yeah. And now we got a. Are you ready?
Yeah, if you guys are okay with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We warmed up the pipes.
The quartet. The three.
Okay, so real quick, I just want to give a quick birthday shout out to my son Hudson, he turned 10 yesterday.
Wow.
And so happy birthday, and we're gonna sing happy birthday to him.
Here we go.
All right, we're gonna count down 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hudson. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy
birthday, Hudson. I hope your dad got you a bunch of cool birthday
He's
gifts.
got a truckload of gifts coming, right?
He got a nice baseball glove.
Oh, there you go.
Baseball. All right.
You think he'll wrestle?
I hope so.
You know,
There's
I
still
mean,
hope.
if I wasn't, looking at these guys, I would think that's like a little barbershop quartet.
I will tell you what, that was pretty good.
That was really good. You guys got a pretty good future. You guys stick together and,
there you go. You're on your way.
What do they call those? Traveling, when you go to somebody's
Wheelberries,
house?
traveling wheelberries. You guys could be them.
Yeah, so, great job. So, yeah, happy birthday, Hudson. 10 years old, huh?
Big 10.
Is he your oldest?
Yeah.
Oldest?
And I got a younger son, Barrick, who's 8. Will be 8.
So we have to get him on here and sing too.
Yeah, we'll have to bring you back.
He's a Tasmanian devil.
Well, he's got an older brother.
Well, let's get to these young men, these voices of angels back here. Who wants to start off? Well, you got the mic. You'll start. All right. Tell us who
Get her
you
up
are.
there close.
I'm Jacob Lawrence.
Okay.
Senior.
You're a senior. Tell us a little about how your year's gone as far as the record. I know you've been hurt for a little bit, so the record's not going to indicate what it should be, but how's it gone so far?
Pretty good. Pretty successful season. I think I'm like 25-5-ish. I missed like 3 weeks of the season, so I missed out on probably 10, 12 matches. About the halfway point of the season, I broke my uncle's 3 near fall record, so that's cool.
Uncle Coach Lawrence.
Yeah, Coach Lawrence. Coach Lawrence's near fall record.
Is he the one that hurt your shoulder?
Actually, no.
So you wouldn't break that?
I bet he was proud uncle that you broke his record.
He was hoping I would, so.
Good.
So you've been wrestling since you were 4?
Yeah.
So down in the Rayla wrestling, or the junior
with Walt
Rayla.
Landers.
Yeah, with Walt. So obviously going over the years, you get all that experience. What would you tell like the young kids out there, if there's any listening, your experiences through, junior Rayla wrestling up to high school?
Pretty much just, it gets hard sometimes. You just got to push through it, keep going. All the hard times just makes you a better wrestler, a better person, and just keep pushing through everything. Work hard. You always look back and think, I wish I worked harder, but if you just work hard in the first place, you don't have to look back.
Great answer.
True.
Very true.
That was a good job.
I wish I'd have taken that advice when I was young.
You wouldn't have listened.
Kind of go through things. Any favorite moment this year or in the past that kind of stands out? You're looking at Coach over there.
I know what he's going to
This is the same one that I made him announce during senior night. Last year, when Isaac Decker went to state and we were staying in the hotel, Dietrich tried to pull the short bus under the canopy outside the front door, and he hit the canopy with the bus.
That's your favorite moment? Wow.
Yeah, it was really funny. I'm still gonna make fun of him for probably as long as ever.
That was not a fun phone call to make the coach owl. It's like 7 a.m. on
Did you get
Saturday
stuck or
morning.
no?
Didn't get stuck.
All right,
but
well, that's good.
And the other part of it that I was like was, so these guys were along with us, to come watch, help Isaac get ready. But so I was just taking Isaac to go to the weigh-in, which the weigh-in started at 6:30. I mean, we're leaving the hotel at 6 a.m., in Champaign. It's freezing cold. And it's this sign that's hanging down below. And I destroy the sign. And it's literally hanging off. But no one was out in the lobby or anything. And I had to get Isaac to the weigh-in. So I'm just like, I'm driving off.
We're leaving.
So I had to go back to the hotel, and I'm like, hey, it was me.
They had you on film.
Yeah. So that wasn't a phone call to make back to Coach
That was a
Allen.
good story.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Coach Lawrence has a picture of the hotel.
For insurance purposes.
We'd like to have that for our for the website.
I would also like to have that.
Yeah,
Just
there
to
you
make
go.
fun of you more.
We don't need it.
We want the sign.
It's always fun to have one over on the coach. You know what I mean?
Well, we were kind of going along the lines of on the mat, but that's a good memory.
Yeah.
You know?
Tell us one of those on the mat. Who'd you beat that you didn't expect to, or was a big rival, or?
I don't know. There's a lot of matches that over the years, like, I've been the underdog and I've won, but that's how it is. You never know. There's no, like, guaranteed winner. Like, everybody goes out there, everybody wrestles, and it's just whoever wrestles harder wins.
So, and the thing with wrestling, obviously it's a team sport, but it's more individualized. I mean, you don't have a teammate out there helping you on the mat. You go out and you do it. And, you know, that they have to have that mentality, and that's you know.
And we believe, like, coaching-wise, like, we're really big in the idea of a high tide rises all ships. You know, we really believe in, like, building up the room, you know, as a team, because we believe that makes everybody better. Like, when you make your practice partners better and stuff, that helps you and makes you better at the end of the season. And that's, you know, I know coaches who literally don't worry about the team aspect of it. And I think that's a big miss in high school because, number one, I think it's more enjoyable for fans and for teams when your team is good, other than just 3 or 4 stud kids, and then maybe guys show up for weigh-in, maybe they don't. Like, that's not fun. I mean, we want to compete every night. You know, we want to compete at duels, and these guys really buy into that understanding of team. And I want, you know, I'm hoping that we can win this regional next Saturday, and I want these guys to wrestle in a team sectional because you remember the one we had a couple years ago.
It was awesome.
Unfortunately, we met up with Muhammad that year, who I think got 2nd or 3rd in state that year, but it's a blast. I mean, it's intense. It's fun.
So being a senior, do you have any future plans?
I'm actually going to attend Parkland Community College to become an agriculture diesel technician. Wow. Or mechanic.
All right. Nice. They have wrestling there? No. So you're this is it. You don't want to continue. Well,
You can still go to opens and jump in.
Yeah.
Intramurals.
Yeah. I'll probably go to tournaments over the summer and just wrestle around. But
yeah, why not?
So you know how to fix things, huh? So if my car breaks down, I can call you and you come fix it?
Maybe.
Is it a diesel?
I can try.
No, but I mean,
I take auto, so I can fix like some stuff.
All right.
Shout out to Mr. Graber.
Shout out to Mr. Graber.
Absolutely. All right. Well, good luck the rest of the season. And I tell you what, you make it down to Champaign, we're going to have you back.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Who we talking to with now?
I'm Court Pentecost. I'm a junior.
You're a junior? How's your season going?
It's been going all right. I mean, I've had some ups and downs. I had a tough start at the beginning of the year, but I've picked it up towards the end, and I've finally found my groove, I feel like. About 32-12, so I'm like, I have a winning record. But
Pretty good groove there, Coach.
It's pretty good.
Well, and that's when you want to find your groove towards the end of the season. You know, you want to get better, not get worse.
Yeah, I feel like I've only gotten better throughout the season. So.
Did you say 32-12?
Yeah.
So what's the limit on matches?
45.
I'm right there.
Yeah, you're getting up there.
Yeah.
That's what I wondered.
So, I mean, once you hit that limit, you can't.
Well, before regionals.
Oh,
before regionals.
okay.
So yeah, you can only you cap out at 45. So I think both Fry got to 45, and
I'm at
Cord is at 44.
Yeah.
And we've had a handful of guys that were right at that. So we overschedule on purpose. There will be times throughout the year that they have to sit sometimes, or we'll use an extra JV guy to fill in a spot or something like that. But we do that on purpose so they can get the best competition throughout the year.
So now, are you still in your regular season, or is it?
No, we're done.
It's regional time.
We're finished up. So next Saturday's the regional.
Okay. And where's the regional at?
Regional's at Bloomington.
At Bloomington. Okay. Any favorite moment this year?
Yeah, my favorite My favorite moment was definitely when we were in Jacksonville and we wrestled Rochester and Jacksonville, and they were both rooting against us, and we ended up beating Rochester. It was a good duel against Jacksonville. We would have won if we had Jake, I believe so, and we're the true second in the CSA, I believe, and I think that we should have won that duel, but it was a really fun time. The energy was good.
Both duels that night came down to the last match. So
Aiden Fry had about 7 big mat returns. We made the Rochester fans pretty mad, which was fun. So nobody likes Lincln.
We always like making
nobody likes Lincln. We remember that poster they hung out at during football season.
That's right. Is this our other guy here?
That's Dawson McConnell.
Come on in.
The man, the legend.
You want to? Have you been going through the wrestling program the entire time?
I'm only a third year. Well, this is my third year of wrestling.
Junior wrestling. Did you come up through the junior wrestling stuff, or no? You're just in your third year of wrestling.
Yeah, this is just my third year. I started freshman year. Yeah,
very impressive.
Court and Fry both came out their freshman year.
Yeah. So that's their first time wrestling ever.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Must have some good coaches then getting you going.
Yeah, I got some pretty all right coaches.
Now, how'd you get just coming out your freshman year? How'd you get interested, or what kind of sparked it?
I knew I wasn't gonna make it out there, so I had to come up with something. And I was playing football, and I thought I might as well wrestle. I'll help with football, and now I like wrestling more than football. So. But
I do them all.
I think you had a Woods class too, right?
Yeah, I had some guy was recruiting me.
There you go. You get in that Woods room and you're done.
I see him
He was recruiting me
3 miles away.
Couldn't tell him no.
Yeah,
he gets you down at this end of the building and you're done.
I was perfect 106 pounder, so.
Yeah, well, 32-12, and you only been doing it for 3 years. I say that's pretty good. That's really
You're
good.
catching on.
Yeah.
You want to give a shout out to anybody?
Shout out to all my practice partners. Spencer Bean, he helped me in the beginning of the year, but he's injured. Shout out to Cameron Bell. He's always helping me get better, funky positions. Lakin Adams, Carter Hill, all of those guys.
Good.
You know, Joe's a pretty good sparring partner, too. You know, if you ever need some different techniques, you know, Joe.
Nice spar.
I'll give up a little bit of weight, but.
A little bit. Come on. I only wrestle 70 and older.
Well, good luck the rest of the season, and we'll have you back on next year as a senior.
Thank you. You're Fry.
Yeah, you look real enthused to hold the mic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My name's Aiden Fry. I'm a junior. This is my third year wrestling as well as with Court. So far this season, I've been like, I finished it out 30 to 15, I'm pretty sure. Is that right, Coach?
Yep.
30-15, yeah. This is actually like my first like solid varsity season. I've been a bunch of JV all the time, but now I'm finally like in the big boy pond, and like it's been pretty amazing. I've been getting like so much better this year. I don't feel as soft this year. I've been staying hard. It's been pretty amazing.
I'll tell you what, you need to go on one of those shows, The Voice or something, because I think you could do some country songs.
Oh, yeah.
You just walk out on that mat and start talking trash to your opponent. That's to get you
scare him a little bit with that.
God, this guy's got a man voice.
Aiden, will you do me a favor and say, "Yo, Adrian"?
What?
Will you say, "Yo, Adrian"?
Yo, Adrian.
He's got that deep, rocky voice, man. There's a future for you out there. We'll get you on The Voice or American Idol, America's Got Talent, something. You got to start practicing on the bus singing.
Singing?
Yeah.
Well, you heard him earlier.
I know.
We might have to do it again. He missed out.
Oh, yeah. I am in choir, but I mean, now I'm only in church choir, but I kind of dropped out of the school choir because I had to make a sacrifice with classes, but yeah, I mean, I like singing, I suppose.
I think you should get back in. That's pretty good.
Heck yeah.
Is he? So how long you been wrestling?
This is my third year.
That's it too. You guys get a good coaching staff over there. You know what I mean?
A lot of Were you in Woods too?
I was in Woods.
Attaboy, Coach.
Any be a little asterisk by that woodworking thing.
Any favorite moment? Yeah, mine was also the Jacksonville duels. Like in my match, the first period, I kept mat returning this kid, and he kept getting up, and it was like 6 or 7 times in a row, and I just pretty much died. And I did end up losing that match. It's because like I kind of was like soft at the last 2 periods because maybe I should have just been more conditioned. I don't know, but I don't know. But I improved from that match. Though it was pretty fun with all those cool mat returns. Crowd was going crazy. It was
don't
fun.
be soft.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Can't be soft.
No, right? Right, Coach?
Oh, yeah.
Want to give us a shout out to some people?
Yeah, shout out to my mom, Amy, and shout out to Jesus. He's been helping me out a lot in life. But yeah.
And who's your favorite country western singer? It's all country now.
Country
western.
what?
Give me your favorite country singer.
Country
You said
singer.
country western. You threw him way off.
I did.
I don't really listen to country, but I guess what was it called? John Shelton or something like that?
Blake Shelton?
Oh, Blake. Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't.
I don't know. Maybe there's a John Shelton. I don't listen to much country either. But well, he can get you on The Voice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you what, you've got a future. You're going to sing a few songs on here someday.
Yeah.
There you go.
What kind of music do you like? Well, we like both kinds.
Do what?
Country and
Country and western. I'm old. Country western.
I'm glad somebody gets the joke.
I know the joke. All right, thanks,
hey,
my man.
good job.
We'll pass it along over here. You got in here late. Pop in here so they can get you on that camera.
All right.
All right. Tell us who you are.
I'm Dawson McConnell. I'm a junior. Been wrestling for like 10 years, I think, by math. But yeah.
Math can be hard on a Saturday morning.
Oh yeah.
Any morning.
We know.
We know about it.
Yeah.
Is he? And you're doing excellent. I was going to say, what's your record?
I think 37-4, something like that.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Did you win the holiday tournament?
No,
Is that
I got
right?
second.
Second?
Yeah.
I think you're in the championship.
Yeah, 2 years in a row got second.
Well, you're only a junior.
Always the bridesmaid.
Oh yeah.
Only a junior. Next year, redeem yourself.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what I always say? There's a bunch of kids out there that would have liked to have got second, so
Oh yeah.
I'd strut around with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Any favorite moment this year?
Probably just at the gym when Fry Matt returned the guy 7 times. I was up next, so I had my headgear on, and it just kept echoing in there. Loud.
It was a very intense moment.
Yeah, then the one mom just screaming. It wasn't even for that team.
Yeah, she was at Jacksonville.
Yeah.
For
Rochester.
It was a pretty
against Lincoln.
Oh yeah.
intense, kind of comical, but intense moment.
Springfield rules the other day. Lanphier was rooting for Southeast against us.
Yeah.
Nobody likes Lincoln, dude.
I guess not. No.
So
Why
you
not?
said he did 4 mats?
Matt returns.
Matt return. What's that?
Slamming them. You pick them up and slam them.
And you still lost?
That kid, he didn't move very much after that. After those 7 mat returns.
I mean, I would just give
It's
it
hard
up.
to go through 2 or 3 of them. So
7's a lot.
7's a lot.
it was all in one period. It was about a
Back's
span of
hurting
about
right
a minute
now.
and a half. It was pretty.
Was it that quick, too? That's funny.
He kept standing up.
And then he got soft and lost.
And that's just can't get soft there.
Yeah. You should have done 8. You would have won.
So did you grow up through the wrestling program?
I started 2nd grade. None of my family's ever wrestled. I was the first one.
Yeah, so you're learning a lot there down there at Walt, huh?
Oh yeah.
They take you through get you ready for high school.
I didn't even start with Walt. Came here from Nebraska, so I
you
came
did?
here in 5th grade.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Nebraska. So you started out in Nebraska. How's wrestling out in Nebraska?
We had a really good team.
And this year, then, what's your big match? Who'd you beat that you wanted to? Don't know. Got a
No one
rival
yet.
out there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't beaten him yet though.
Oh, you haven't?
The Chatham kid that you beat, wrestled up to beat, was a big win for you. I'm trying to think who else. You've had a couple. Ironically, Dawson's kind of ran into a lot of guys that don't want to wrestle. So, it's been kind of.
So then,
hard
do they
to find.
they give the forfeit instead, or?
Right. So, but his actually and truthfully, his best 2 matches of the season are 2 of his losses. So he's had he got beat over at the Mascuda tournament with the kid that got 3rd in state last year. And he had him on the ropes. It ended up, I can't remember the score of the match, but it was a close match at the end. And then the Dunlap kid, who's ranked first in state, that was the holiday tournament here, and he was down 3-2 with about 5 seconds left. He's the number 1 kid in state, and he tried something, didn't fall through, so he lost 5-2.
Was that the championship or not?
Yeah.
The championship? Hey. Nice run.
Now, you guys play any other sports? Didn't ask you. You play football?
Yeah, I play football.
Football?
I only do wrestling.
You don't play football?
No.
He did.
I did freshman year. I'm thinking about it again.
Say,
but
what about next year? You guys get back out there.
I mean, looks like a tight end right there. Got hands?
I'm already pretty sure you know how to tackle.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
All right.
We know he knows how to tackle.
Yeah.
The problem is you can't spladle people on a football field.
I can try.
Without a penalty. Yeah. You're going to get a penalty. That's all right. Well, you want to give us a shout out to some people?
Yeah, shout out to my practice partner, Jacob Lawrence. Yeah,
Shout out to you too.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. But yeah, shout out to my mom and dad just being there for me.
Taking care of you. That's good. Good shout.
Oh, yeah.
And Coach has to give a shout out to Mom and Dad for moving to Illinois from Nebraska.
Yeah, right. Yeah, thanks
Got
for
a good
moving,
wressler
guys.
in the
Worked out pretty good
transition
for us,
there. Absolutely.
Yeah, and who's your favorite head wrestling coach?
Ooh, that's he just.
He paused.
That's a tough one.
Now he can't come back.
You know the right answer.
It's got to be Coach Davidson.
Oh, that's probably not the right answer. We'll say all of them. Well, Coach, a fantastic
You missed
season.
the singing, but these guys were good.
I've heard Fry sing before.
Yeah,
That's good. It seems like a
Yeah, a great season so far. Obviously, regionals coming up. Anything you want to throw out there to our listeners about, getting out here and supporting these kids?
Yeah, we are at Bloomington next Saturday, so if you want to come see some wrestling, come up to Bloomington High School. I think it starts at 9 a.m. It'll go all day. Finals usually start around 1 to 2 in the afternoon. And, I really believe going to that final round, it's going to be intense because I think it's going to be pretty close going into that last one. And we're going to have a good final round to pull it off, but that's our goal. We've been talking about it all season. So.
Coach Gardner just sent me a picture. He had the big boy back, Ridgeway.
Oh, yeah.
Playing in the NFL, he had him standing there.
Really? Yeah, I
helping with the wrestlers. I was like, he's probably helping with that heavyweight.
Big boy. They had a bunch of big boys through the years. So.
Ridgeway playing for the Redskins. Commanders now.
Yeah. Right.
Pretty big deal. State champions.
Well, guys, thanks for coming in today. Good luck next week at regionals, and then hopefully we can have you on again here with some great news.
That's right.
But we always appreciate you guys.
Get over to state. We'll go over.
Yeah. All right. Nothing better. I will say this. We talk about it all the time. I mean, obviously, all state tournaments are great, but the wrestling state tournament is pretty awesome.
It's pretty cool.
And I will say, if you've never seen it before, get to Champaign on Saturday night in a few weeks. It's they do it right.
It's cool.
It is cool.
Really cool.
All right. Well, guys, thanks again for coming in, and we'll talk to you down the road. That's going to do it for us here on the Cheap Seats. Freshmen up 26-10 here in the third here at Lincln Community High School, Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. And that's going to do it for us today here. We'll talk to you next week on the Cheap Seats.
Good day.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Culver Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.